Hello everyone, welcome to the three-part series of collections inside PowerApps Control. In my first part, we have seen how to create a collection and get the data from the collection and use this collection inside Gallery Control so user can see all the records within his Gallery Control. In my second part, we have seen how to create a blank record, a new line record within a collection, so we don't need to go to the data sources within this inline editing. Within this plus icon we can create a blank records where user can add their own new records inside the gallery with the help of gallery control. And on this third series where we are going to see how to perform the inline editing operation, so user can simply update their information, and also how to remove these blank records from this collection, and means new inline records, how to remove it. So let's get started. So first of all, what I need to go to the page, this screen properties. So here I've created this screen visible property. So inside the visible property, I already created a collection. So this is my customer YTS data source. It's coming from the data was tables. I'll simply add all the data inside my collection, this collection control. So now the second part what I did, I simply use this collection item property, and I don't need to do any filtration operations. So I just simply add this collection inside the gallery control. And as you can see, how do I add the new controls inside the gallery control. For this, you can check out my first video where you can see how to add this gallery control. But just for the timing, I'm going to show you very short. So this is the text control that I have added inside the gallery control. Here, this is my text control. And on the default property, I simply use this item and get this column name from the gallery control, which is already present in the collection item property. Similarly, I did for this age. This is the column property, this is for email, and this is for address. Now this is the basic things that we have done. Now the second thing that we need to do is like to providing the inline operation. So as you remember, I already have this item property, and inside the item property I already create a collection. So inside my collection you can see it already has a couple of records, right? So inside the couple of records, I just wanted to perform the update operation. So instead of designing a new screen, I will perform this inline editing operation. So first of all, what I'm going to do, I need to select the control. So this is my control, and this is my default property. I change it to the advanced and click on this on change control. So inside the on change control, first of all, I need to write the formula. So this is my formula. This is for patch, yeah, patch. And where I didn't need to do patch, I need to perform the patch on my collection. So this is my collection, and what would be my property name? So my property name, it would be around the this item. Because why I'm choosing this item? Because this item will get the current row of the from the gallery control, and then I need to provide the attribute name. So in my in my curly bracket, we are going to perform we are going to add the column name. So my column name is name, because this is name. I don't need to use this after the script dot name, and simply provided the text box txt name, name dot text. So that's it. I think my property, let me copy it from here. Yeah, it's a txt2, that's why it's not coming up. And this is here, this is okay. And simply close it. So this is my formula. Let me format it. Yeah, this is my formula. So here what I'm doing, instead of directly perform the patch operation in within a directly to gallery control, I'm performing the patch operation in my collection. So let me copy this formula entirely, and same operation I need to do it for the age. So then I'm going to the advanced property on change. Why I'm choosing on change? Because on change, whenever I add any information, perform an update operation. So when I move from one control to another control, it triggers the on change event. And because I write this patch operation, so when I move from this control to another control, it will save this update record within my collection. That's why I use this on change property. So second, again I choose this on chain property and simply paste this formula. The only thing I need to change is like age. I just provided the age, and same with this control. So this control is txt age, right? Same operation, but again it's give me some error message. I think it's because of this. Yeah, it's a number operator, so I need to cast it. So in power apps, how do I cast it? Just using the val control. No, not so value, it's a value. Yeah, with the, if we, because it's a, if it is a numeric, so we need to cast it. Now I'll copy, and same I need to do it for email. Again, I'm going in for email for here, advanced property, on change property, and simply paste this formula. And again, I need to just provide the column name. And this is the column name I provided. And this is my control name, text box control name. I will get rid of this value. Okay. Yeah. Just need to save this information. And the last one is address. Go to on chain property. Copy this formula again. Go to on chain property. Yes, and here I need to provide. So again, I need to perform the column name, it's address, and my control name is txt property. Okay, so here the first step we have did, like we are performing the patch operation, and we are performing patch operation on my collection, and this item would help me to get the current row of the that particular gallery control. So this is done. Now the second operation, like here I have added this save button outside the gallery control. Okay, so now here I need to do some changes. Now what changes we need to do? First of all, because I'm getting all the records here, what user will do, user will perform all this information, put it all information in those text boxes, and once he's done with this putting all the record, in final moment he is going to save this operation. So it is a row by row operation we need to perform. So to get all the records from this gallery control, we need to use the collection, but as it is a row operation, we need to use for all function. So first of all, we need to use for all, provide the collection name. So here we have a collection called customer, and just give the abbreviation. It's each row. I'm giving this each row, comma, and now here I need to use patch. So you remember the earlier time I've used patch operation on my collection, because it's a local variable, treated as a local variable. But here I'm going to perform the patch operation on my data source, which is came from the database tables. Because now I want to, initially I save this record locally in my PowerApps memory, but now I'm going to store this information inside the database tables. So that's why I've used this data source as a database source I provided over here. Now this is done. I provide data source. Now the second parameter that I'm going to provide is like is the second provider is the lookup, because I need to use lookup for operation, because I need to update operation, row by row update operation, and we need to provide the particular GUID of this particular record, because update operation always runs on the where condition. So here I'm going to provide the GUID. So this is my customer YTS, comma, and here I need to provide the column. This is my column equals to, and now I'm using each row, because inside the each row I have the customer ID. This is the customer ID. I fetch it from the database table that I have created. Okay, so this is done, and now again I'm using this operator, and now I need to provide the attribute. So the first attribute would be my name. So this is the name coming from database tables. And now instead of using the controls which is placed inside the gallery control, here I'm actually doing the row by row operation. So that's why I use the for each variable here. And now from here, because all the information is stored inside my collection, so that's why I use this collection property here, and now providing the name. So my name, yeah, this is screen name. Now the second property is my age. So this is age. Again, I'm using each row dot age. So this is my Yeah, this is my new, this is my age. The third one is email, email, and each row dot, yeah, three email, and the last one is address. Company address is now each row dot address, company address, and I think this is pretty much. Let me check the closing brackets and all. Yeah, I think that pretty much. So we have done with this. So now, as you can see, the completely see the difference. Initially, we perform the patch operation within this controls. It is a local patch operation we did on the collection, but on here where I want to save this information to the dataverse tables to my main storage account. So that's why I'm performing the patch operation on this data source. This is came from dataverse. And how do I collect the information? I'm collecting the information from this local variable. It is my collection. So here I have the all the updated edited information present over here, and with the help of this each row, I'm fetching row by row operation and storing all the information on my real-time dataverse tables. So that is done. Now simply I am going to do some cosmetic changes. Let me add a spinner, just so in that sense user can see that information is loading. So I'll just simply use here just for, yeah, label. I'll just providing the loading, and that's it. This is my spinner one. I will simply use as it is. On my visible property, I'm going to provide it as a use it as a variable. So I just wanted to, so what I'm trying to do over here, like whenever I perform this operation submit, so my spinner will load it, and once the operation is done, the spinner will go away. So that's why we use that visible property and provided this variable name. And how do I uh, populate this information? So this is my for all. So I'll just simply use update context and provide it, set it as a true, and that's it. Oh, and now once this for all operation would be done, so I will make it as a false. So again my spinner will go away. That's yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. Now let's test this operation. So now first of all we need to update some information. So I'll just simply provide this update. The age would be around 25. Account, let me use update keyword here, and the last one is new line row. Same, let me add some random information. Again provide update pk, update pk. Oops, there is gone. Paste address, test. Oops, again it is going off. Ah, okay, that is done, and let me save this information. So yeah, you can see this loading is working over here, and you can see this information is saved successfully. Let me refresh it. Yeah, you can see this information is saved. So what I'm doing here on this reload operation, I simply use this uh, getting the information from this collection. So that's the only operation I did. So this is reload operation that is done. Now last we're going to see now if accidentally if you create some more records, and now you don't want it to save these blank records so in this memory. So what you can do, you can simply use this clear this in the click of this icon, you can simply remove this rows. So how do we remove it? So it's very simple. Just click on this, click of this, but this particular icon, go to on select property, use the remove function, provide the collection name. This is called collection, and this item. That's it. Yeah, it's done. So now as you can see, you have a multiple rows where you don't want it to use. So with the click of that, it will remove it. So how it works, it just simply the remove collection. What is actually doing that this remove collection will first of all need to provide a data source, and this item, because I'm working on a gallery control, this item always represents the current row of the gallery control.